Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I want to talk to you about some of the end of 2016 releases that I am really excited about. There are so many books coming out at the end of 2017, between July and December, and I am super excited for every single one of them, but mostly a particular few that I'm going to be talking about today, just because I've heard so much about them, there's so much hype surrounding them, and I'm just really excited to read them and just see what all this hype is about. A lot of the books that I'm going to be mentioning have been books that people were getting at BEA and BookCon, and you've probably already seen and heard about in hauls, but I will give my best summed up synopsis of each one anyways. Again, because I'm not good at synopses, it probably won't be that great, but just stick with me through it and you will get to know some of the newly upcoming releases that I am super excited about. So let's get started. The first book that I'm really excited to read is Warcross by Marie Lu, and this book comes out in September of 2017. I am just super excited because I've heard so much about it and there's so much hype surrounding it, and the cover is really cool and interesting and different. Now that I know that Obsidio, which is the third book in the Illuminae files, has been pushed back until 2018, I need a sci-fi book to hold me over until that, and so I'm really looking forward to Warcross and hoping that that will just hold me over until Obsidio in 2018. As far as I know, this book is about this game called Warcross that is taking over the world. It's kind of like this interactive virtual reality game, I'm assuming, and people can, you know, bet on other people, which is, I guess, illegal. And so the girl who we follow, her name is, I think, Emika Chen. She works as a bounty hunter and she tracks down the players who are betting illegally. So one day she hacks into the international championship kind of game and gets caught and sucked into the game and becomes an overnight sensation, and then the creator of the game reaches out to her and is like, hey, you know, if you want to play, I want to spy on the inside to let me know who's breaking the rules and what's going on. And then suddenly she's sucked into this and has to figure out what's going on. So I'm really excited to see what this one is about, especially because I've never read anything by Marie Lu, and I don't know, I'm just really excited. It's the first book of hers that I'm really excited about, and yes, eventually I will read the Legend trilogy and the Young Elite trilogy, or whatever, however many books are in the series now. But that time is not now. Now is time for Warcross, and I'm very excited about it. So the next book that I absolutely cannot wait until it comes out is the one that I mentioned in my mid-year book freakout tag, if anybody watched that, and that is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. I am so ready for this book, it's killing me. This is Maggie's newest release. It is a standalone book, so it has nothing to do with like the Raven cycle or anything like that. So as far as I know, this book is about miracles and a family who can perform miracles for other people, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, I'm just gonna read this off of Goodreads. We follow Beatrice, the girl without feelings who wants to only be free to examine her thoughts, Daniel, the saint of Bicho Raro, Colorado, who performs miracles for everyone but himself, and Joaquin, who spends his nights running a renegade radio station under the name Diablo Diablo. They're all looking for a miracle, but the miracles of Bicho Raro are never quite what you expect. It just sounds so good and interesting and just like very deep, thought-provoking, and I am just really excited about it. It's also set, I think, in the 1960s or 70s, which just makes it even better. And the next book, again, is one that everybody has been talking about in their BookCon hauls, and that is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. It comes out in September of 2017. So many books in September of 2017. We are all going to be broke, let's just be honest. Again, I've never read an Adam Silvera book, just like I've never read a Marie Lu book, and I'm really excited about this. I have heard that his books are sob-worthy and literally make you crash and burn, and I'm just excited for that. And I shouldn't be, but I am. Pretty much everybody has already heard what this book is about because it's been in so many hauls and, you know, talks and videos, but I will give you a little rundown of what I know it to be about. It's about this world where on the day you die, you are warned that you're going to die, and we follow these two characters whose names I don't remember for the life of me, who find out that they're going to die, and then they meet up on this app that's made for people who know they're going to die on that day, and they meet up and they live their last day together, or something like that. And like, if you don't think that that synopsis itself is enough to make you cry, like, who are you? Because it is. And I know I'm going to, like I said, crash and burn, but again, I'm very excited for it. Now, the next book that I need in my hands, absolutely right this moment, is Magnus Chase and the Ship of the Dead, which is the third book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. It's gonna be the last one in the trilogy, and I just need it right now because this book This book right here is where we begin our Magnus Percy crossover, and I'm so ready for this. It's not even funny. Plus, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Like, how can you resist these covers? Come on, just tell me right now. I don't really know a lot of what's going to happen in this book, and I really don't want to read the synopsis and try to explain it to you because I want to go in blind. But as far as I know, with the way we ended off on the second Magnus Chase book, it is going to be a bit of a crossover between the Percy world and the Magnus world, and I think Magnus and his friends are just gonna try to stop Ragnarok from happening, and, you know, they gotta stop Loki because, as you know, in the first book, Loki is just the big bad guy in the whole series. As usual, just know that I'm very ready for it, I need it right now, and I don't know how much longer I can hold out. Even though I just recently put up my Magnus Chase Book 2 book talk, hopefully this one won't take me as long. Though I still haven't uploaded my Trials of Apollo Book 2 book talk. You know, we're not off to a very great start with Rick Riordan's books this year, are we? So the next book that I am super pumped about is The Dreadful Tale of Prospero by Alexandra Bracken. This is her first middle grade book that's being released. It's got a kind of spooky Halloween theme to it, and I'm very, very excited. One, because I love Alexandra Bracken's writing, even though I haven't finished her Darkest Minds series yet, which I really need to get on now that I'm thinking about it. I absolutely loved her Passenger series, and, you know, I love her writing, and I cannot wait. Plus, this book sounds absolutely adorable and also really creepy at the same time, which is just yes. As far as I know, we follow Prosper Redding, whose great-great-great-great-grandfather made a deal with the demon and broke his promise, and now Prosper finds out that he has this devil demon thing living inside of him, and I guess has to figure out how to either get it out or do something about it. I'm not 100% sure, but that's like the most summed down synopsis that I can give you, because I really don't know what's gonna happen in this book, and I don't really want to know, to be honest. Again, I want to go in blind for some reason. Okay, also, the cover is gorgeous. Like, for the longest time, we didn't have a cover. The temporary cover was still gorgeous, and now we have a cover, and it's just as gorgeous, and I can't wait. Does this one come out on Halloween? I really hope it does. Nope, this one comes out September 5th, 2017, so not on Halloween. I thought that Halloween would be a really cool publication date for this, but I mean, maybe it doesn't have to do with Halloween, like I think it does. I don't know, we'll find out. And the final book that I am really, really, really ready for is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. Even though I haven't read Empire of Storms yet, I will get on that as this release date grows closer and closer to us. I've just been kind of putting it off until we get closer to this one, even though Empire of Storms follows, you know, Selena and her gang, whereas Tower of Dawn follows Kale as he goes on his journey, but, you know, I'm still gonna wait to read Empire of Storms. It's just, I'm just gonna do it. If you don't already know what this book is about, you probably just haven't read the series yet, which is totally fine, and you know what, I would say get on that immediately because I really like it, but I also know that a lot of other people hate the series for multiple reasons that I can totally understand, and so, you know, it's completely up to you if you really want to start it or not. I know that Sarah J. Maas is also a pretty problematic author when it comes to the things that she puts in her book. Some people don't like it, and some people find it okay, and some people can deal with it. I definitely acknowledge that it's there, but I am willing to deal with it because I really like the story and the plot. It's just every man to himself, you know? You have your own thoughts and I have mine, and I am perfectly okay with that. This book has also been getting really controversial because of its fucking cover. It hasn't even come out yet, and it's already making me really mad because of its stupid cover. But I mean, you know, whatever cover we deal with, I don't really mind, because as long as the story is good, then I'm good. And so there you have it, my most anticipated releases for the second half of 2017. Please let me know what book you guys are anticipating for the second half of 2017. I'd really like to talk about it with you and, you know, find some new books that I don't already know about. I know that a lot of these are very, 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 very popular books and very hyped books, but again, that's just what I'm anticipating. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye!